Alright, hello everyone. So, I know I haven't really made a video in the past couple months, and I had a video planned. I was planning on making a video about Alan Wake, like a video game I really love, and I might still make that video. I don't know, but I've just been very like just feeling like I just don't want to feel like I just don't feel like making a video. But then I didn't feel like giving up. I wasn't at the point where I'm like, oh, I give up, I don't want to make videos anymore. I don't know, it was a weird thing where excuse me, it was a weird thing where I was like, I both don't want to make this video, but I both do want to make this video. It was like, I want to make this video, but then I was like, yeah, I just don't feel like making the video. So it was like, it was a weird feeling. And I'll make the video eventually. I've decided, I'm not gonna do it right now, but maybe eventually I'll make that video because it's all done. I really just have to do the voiceover for it. But I don't know. I will decide what I'm going to do with that. But that either that'll be the next long form video I make, or it will just be like a completely different game, and eventually I'll get back to Alan Wake. I don't know, but yeah, that's basically just what been going on, and I haven't really made a video in a month, and also I've kind of just been working on life, on myself, and just going through a lot of changes with myself. I'm changing, I'm trying to change my diet, trying to start working out, get better shape, getting very into my religion and my spiritual beliefs and everything, and that's making me have a better outlook on life. And especially since I got rid of most social medias. Really, I just have YouTube now. I got rid of Twitter. I deactivated that account because, dude, Twitter's just awful. Or X, which is still a stupid name. That whole website's terrible. I was like, I can't be on this website anymore. It wasn't helping me. And so this whole thing is basically me being like, hey, this is why I haven't uploaded in a few months and all that. And I know there are some YouTubers who they'll upload a video, then go months not uploading, and it's very much just like, oh, whatever, they're working on a video. I kind of just want to give an update, be like, hey, this is why I'm not uploading. Because, I don't like it when, just months go by and it's just like, oh, yeah, this is why I haven't uploaded this. I'm not making a video for, whatever reason. And there's just no explanation. I don't like when other YouTubers do that. If, they are, either working on something, or if they are like, hey, I just don't feel like making a video. I don't know. I kind of want them to, just say it, be like, hey, yeah, there's not going to be a video for a while for, this reason or whatever. But, yeah, so, I just wanted to say, but, videos are still going to be coming out. I'm still going to make them. But, it's just, right now, at least, it might be a little while before a new video comes out. And, again, it might be Alan Wake. It might be a completely different game. I decided, I know I said in previous videos that I wasn't ever planning on buying a Series X. Well, I bought the bullet, and I bought a Series X. Call me a hypocrite. I don't care. I bought a Series X, and honestly, I'm really liking it so far. I'm really liking it. The increased load times is amazing. They're non-existent, and I'm playing the original Dark Souls right now again, and it's the loading times are just gone. And same thing happened when because I played the Shadow of the Erdtree DLC, and that was really good. That I really like that DLC. It might actually be my favorite DLC that FromSoft made. I absolutely love Shadow of the Erdtree. But it's the loading times between the Series X and the Xbox One were non-existent. And I'm also playing Assassin's Creed 3 again, Dragon Age Origins again, and it's just the loading times are just not there. And it's man, it feels so good not having loading times. I'm already spoiled with it. And I know I said in previous videos, I was like, oh, I don't know if I'm going to buy Series X because the Xbox One has everything I want and all that. And you can call me a hypocrite. You can call me a hypocrite being like, oh, you said you're never going to buy it. But really the big thing that cost me to actually buy it was just randomly I like going on the Xbox store and just look at the games on there, see if there's anything I want to buy. And I got tired of all these games that look really good, and I just couldn't buy them. So I was like, you know what, screw it. I'm just gonna buy a Series X so I can play these games, and also like I want to play Starfield. I know a lot of people shit on that game and say it's terrible. I don't know. I want to get my own opinion on it. I did watch. I don't know if any of you know the YouTuber Many a True Nerd. Like, he's one of my favorites. But I watched his playthrough of Starfield, and like it looked okay. Like, it didn't look too bad. I do think like one of the biggest problems with it is just the fact that, like, people complain, like, they're like, I know one of the biggest complaints was it focused too much on fast travel, but it's like, I think that's just a problem with just being in space, because I felt that same part with Outer Worlds. Like, Outer Worlds I thought was boring, and it's just like, you can't, in my opinion, you can't really do a true open world like, Fallout or Skyrim, or like, the Elder Scrolls or like Fallout, because it's in space. There's really only so much you can do in space. But I don't know, if I ever make a video about Starfield or like the Outer Worlds, I will like maybe talk more about that. But yeah, I'm excited to. But I just I like having the Series X, and I know I said I wasn't gonna buy it, but I did, and that like I bought that, and then that hit me in my wallet like really hard. So it's like, okay, well, good job, me. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of give this short video, just being like, hey, this is what's going on. This is why I haven't uploaded in a few months. And like, I don't know if like how much people like pay attention to the news and like politics and all that. Like, I've when I started like this channel, and like started even just like heavily being on the internet, I did not want anything to do, like, I didn't pay attention to any of that. I didn't want anything to do with it. And then I just got more and more and more involved in everything, and it's just like, just looking at the state of the world, right? Honestly, I'm terrified. I'm terrified of everything that's going on. And right, and that especially one thing that, because I mentioned earlier at the beginning of this that I've been getting really involved in my religion and like spiritually and everything, and like that's it's a good thing I have that anchor to be like, I'm terrified, but I have I'm putting my trust in something else that's not just what's going on in the world and everything. And like it is very much like, by the way, I think the whole like really just any of these like red pill or like any of these ideologies be like, this is what it means to be a man, or you gotta do this, that, and just like, all of you are idiots. I'm just gonna say, I'm just like, all of you are idiots. And like, really, I'm just like, because like, if you don't know, I think I said in my Hellblade video, but like, I am Catholic, and I left the church and religion for a little bit, and I only recently came back to it, but I've really gotten like really into it and really dove into it. I know that might get a lot of people to just stop watching or like stop listening or whatever, but look, this like, this really just, it's helped me a lot. And like, I mentioned my Hellblade video, like, I talked about how like, it has helped me a lot, and like, it helped me from like a dark spot in my life, like where I felt very low. But like, really just like, the more and more I'm getting to that, like the more and more like, all these videos, it's just like, you guys are idiots. Like, the people being like, to be a man you have to do all this, and it's like, you guys are idiots. Like, you are like it's like, oh, being a man is having $1 million car or house, and it's like, you guys are morons. Like, that seems like a miserable life. Frankly, I don't mind the house that I live in right now. I don't want $1 million house. I don't even know what I would do with it. I would use like 2 rooms, and then the rest of it, it's like, yeah, all this is empty. But yeah. So like, that's basically just what's been going on. And the videos will come back, and but yeah, like the, I don't know, the state of everything is, it's terrifying, both in this country and really just around the world. Like, the conflict over in Ukraine, the conflict in Israel, and like, everyone has their own opinion. like, about it. Me personally, I'm just like, United States shouldn't be involved. That's my opinion. Like, I know, I think they are so happy, like, the protests on like college campuses, like for like Palestine or whatever, or like, people like being like Ukraine should win. Dude, I don't care. I just think we shouldn't be involved. Like, to me, it's like that's their conflict. That's not us. But really, it's just I'm just terrified of where the world is going. But like it is like like I said earlier, I do have like that anchor with God, and that it's like I'm trusting Him with everything rather than just looking at the world, which is not easy. I'm not gonna say easy. I'm not gonna say it's like easy thing. No, it's not. And like that especially one thing as I'm getting more and more into my faith, it's very much is like, yeah, no, it's not easy. It's very hard. It's not just oh yeah, I believe in Jesus and God, and then everything is perfect. No, it's hard. And like again, it is very much one of those things where it's like, non-believers, like, they call it out, and it's like, yeah, but dude, you're gonna mess up. It's gonna be hard. You can't just like just because you're a Catholic or Christian is not automatically easy. But just for everybody out there, even if you're not religious, I'm not going to say, oh, all need go religion or like be religious, because I have family members who they aren't, but I do think it's like you need to find some anchor and something that just some way that you don't just fall into like despair, anger, and especially more and more I've just I've turned against that whole like the whole red pill kind of guys who are like, oh, men don't need women, men need to be like this is how what this is what it means to be a man, and it's like men need to do this and that, and like there's all these red pill, like there's just any of these people like saying that, because it's just like, dude, you don't know, like it's very much just like, dude, I know you're not happy. I know you're not. And like, I know just like, you'll say you're happy and you'll be like, oh yeah, I'm all perfect, and just like, nah. Like especially like more like guys like Andrew Tate. I'm just like, you are pathetic. You are. You're sleeping around and you're being like, oh, all men need to be like, they're working out. Okay, yeah, that's totally fine. Like I totally agree with that. Hey, work out, get the muscles, like if you want to do that. I'm like, I'm not going to be like everyone needs to do that. If you want to work out, like it's good, but I'm not going to be like, oh, you have to do it, otherwise you're not a man. But it's just like, more and more I look at him, I'm just like, dude, you are pathetic. You are like, you have a sad life. And I know he'll be like, no, I'm I'm a real man. I know what's cool. It's like, dude, what? He's like 40 years old sleeping around. Guys, if you're 40 years old still going to clubs sleeping around, you're a fucking loser. Like, then more and more I'm believing that. More and more I'm believing, yeah, you're a loser if you're going around, like, still sleeping around. And, like, whether you're just sleeping around in general, you're a loser, in my opinion. But, that's just my opinion. Like, you shouldn't be sleeping around, and, like, the problem in modern day society is everyone sees each other as sex objects. Like, both men and women. Men are seeing women as sex objects, women are seeing men as sex objects, and it's just like, and it's like, no wonder why, marriage rates are collapsing. No wonder why, divorce rates are sky high. Because it's like, it's like relationships nowadays, dude, the relationships nowadays are just nothing but sex. Because everyone just view each other as sex objects. And then, you reach that point in the relationship where it's like, oh, we're struggling. And then, okay, I'm going to go leave. Because, nobody wants to work anything out anymore. I don't know. I'm just kind of spitting off stuff. I'm just saying stuff. But yeah, like, the videos are going to come back. I am going to still be making videos. But, like, there might be some time where, just nothing really shows up. Maybe there'll just be a couple of these, like, small, like, short videos of me just talking about whatever. But either way, I'll see you all in whatever video I make next, whether it be that Alan Wake video or it might be a completely different video. I don't know.